All right. So we got another one, y'all. Bigxthaplug just dropped something. I think yesterday, or the day before, something like that. Hold on. Bigxthaplug just dropped something. He dropped some heat. We're finna check it out. Let's check it out. All right, I think it might have lagged out right now, just now, but it's fine. All right, so back, forth. Okay, he just dropped some photos. I don't know where they went. It ain't these ones though. These are not the ones that I'm talking about. It's right here. So he dropped 2 days ago. He dropped some photos, and it didn't have the photographer up here. He didn't tag the photographer. Y'all photographers, y'all need to stop doing that. You're wasting potential. You're not getting your stuff out there like you're supposed to be. We don't know who you are. Whoever took these photos are fire, and we have no clue who you are. Stop doing that. Y'all done made it all the way to the big leagues. Y'all done made it to the people with serious big bucks, and y'all gonna be getting tagged in y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? The photos are fire. We were really only reacting to. You think Bigxthaplug can be a model? He could have potential to be a model. These photos are fire. I like the one with the crown. I posted the one with the crown on my story. I think it's a reflection of how I felt about myself in 2024. So that's why I posted it. Just personal stuff, you know. But yeah, the photos are fire. The contrast is there. The detail is there. It almost kind of, if he would have added a couple of more photos, it could have been a story there, even. Like, why did he have the crown on? What made him put the crown on? It says, New Year, same me, the biggest. So the question is, what does the crown symbolize? But just looking at the photos by themselves, it has a dreamlike filter to it. It's not exactly high in, what do you call it? What's the word? It's not high in detail. It's kind of fuzzy. So that's what I mean by that. But yeah, the photos are dope. It's got this movie tint to it, the cinematic tint to it. I don't know what 600 Entertainment is, but this post specifically is what made me want to react to him, or this to him, because you know he has the potential to take good photos. This is a fire photo too. The fact that it's over his eye like that's intentional. That shit's hard. Once again, the photographer's not up there. I need to stop doing that. You got E40 that commented, but yeah, they should, people should start naming their photo. I think this might be an album photo, an album cover or something. I don't know, because he has parental advisory right there. But yeah, that's fire. I like this photo a lot. 10 out of 10 with this photo specifically. This photo's hard too. It seems like they're trying to make album covers though. Should probably stop doing that and just make art. His photos are dope in general. I wonder if he's did he take this? Because this right here is hard. This right here is hard. Let's keep going. Mediocre. Keep going. On to the next one. So this one's kind of hard. He looks kind of mean. He looks kind of mad. It was kind of hard. The rest of them are mediocre. I'm trying to find the good ones, the good photos. Let's see. Hold on. He seems like he posts a lot of videos. Oh, this is the same photo. So I'm I guess missing out on a lot. I guess I'm behind on stuff because this is actually from an album. I don't remember which album it is, but this is an album. Or it's for a music video, or it's for his music. Let's see. yeah, it was pretty much just those first couple of photos. He's not really into photography like that, or having photos being taken of him. This one's kind of fire. The other one's fire too. Excuse me. That's hard as fuck. This is hard as fuck. This is hard. It's got a little shakiness to it. Whoever the photographer was, I don't know if they intentionally did that. These are like some of the best photos to accidentally get. You know what I'm saying? You accidentally shake the camera when you take a picture. Now you came out with a blurry photo. It looked like, I don't even know. Like, it feels like you're falling out of consciousness the way that they took that photo. That one was hard. 10 out of 10 with that one. This one's hard too. It seems like he might have a lens on his camera. A certain type of lens filter on that bitch. So it's like, it's like that little red and blue glasses that we used to wear as kids. It makes everything pop out. That's kind of what that is. Hold on.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what that is. That like that lens. This one's decent. I took a photo similar to that one. You learn to start. One thing that I noticed, one thing that I picked up on, or the one thing that I started to do, is you learn to appreciate the kind of sort of bad photos like this one, where it's blurry, it's not even in focus and shit like that. You learn to appreciate those photos because it's like, there's certain aspects about it that it just like, it has emotions in it. Like, he not in focus, you know what I'm saying? He kind of zoned out, like in a dream, like he living his dream type shit. You know what I'm saying? That be the type of shit that be what comes to my head when I see shit like this. Like, it's out of focus. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like he not there. You know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to give it an artistic perspective, but it's like, you learn to appreciate those shitty photos, arguably shitty photos. Okay. These are all videos. What's this? I ain't fucking with these. This one's kind of hard. It's like old school. I feel like I'm in like back in 2005 on some shit. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm back in 2005 looking at this. Being taken on a film camera that you got from Walmart. That's how I feel about that one. He has some fire ones. He has a couple of fire ones. Wait. This one's kind of hard. Family barbecue, family reunion. This one's hard. This one's hard. This one's hard. But if we're looking at this one specifically, if we're looking at Bigxthaplug as being a model, being a subject for the photographer, there's not really too much. You can tell that this photographer was focused on Bigxthaplug, not any fashion, not any products, not, you know what I'm saying, not any of it. It's solely focused on Bigxthaplug. Pretty much all of his photography is focused on that, and his chains, I guess you could say, but more so just Bigxthaplug. Yeah, all of his photography is pretty much focused on that, and so that's what there's a gray area though. There's a thin line between that shit. So it's like, as a photographer, I can tell when somebody doesn't want to be a model for somebody or want to be a model in general, but they like taking good photos. You can tell that because they won't have any brands up there. They won't have any products on there. They won't have, you know what I'm saying? They won't have stuff like that. They won't be showing off their stuff. The only thing he's showing off is his chains and his jewelry is the only stuff he's showing off. So he's not necessarily trying to be a model. And the photographer kind of already understands that. You gotta, maybe my advice for this video is that you gotta keep your eye out for that. There are some people who just want to have good photos, and then there are other people who are trying to indulge in the modeling aspect of photography, or the modeling aspect of yeah, the modeling aspect of photography. You'll notice that because people will start showing off the shit they got on. If they showing off the shit they got on, they modeling. If they smiling, or they with their family, they just want some great photos. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. So Bigxthaplug's photographer knows how to take some good photos, right? But it's a difference between knowing how to take a good photo and knowing how to sell a good photo, knowing how to sell a good photo. And sell a good photo is many different ways. Like, I'm not just talking about sell a photo to a person. I'm talking about sell a photo to the audience. Like how you pitch something. Like the way you take a picture is essentially pitching it to your audience. When you take photos of fashion brands and stuff, and you take photos of clothes, you're pitching it to your audience so that they can want to do a photo shoot for you. The way that you sell your photos is, I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna be honest. But it's like, I know I was getting at something, but I forgot what I was getting at. There's a difference between selling your photos and wanting to sell your photos and just taking photos for people. Right? So Bigxthaplug ain't trying to sell no photos. He not trying to. Bigxthaplug and the photographer, they're not trying to sell photos. Bigxthaplug don't care about. I'm gonna call him X. X don't care about selling no photos, and the photographer can tell that. He understands that by the way he moving. Right? You can tell in the movement of the photos. He ain't trying to sell no brand. He ain't trying to sell no products. He ain't trying to sell you no designer clothes. He not trying to sell you none of that. He just trying to be himself. He trying to be around, make music, be around his people, and have a good time. You can see that in his photos. That's not modeling. That's just somebody being a great photographer. So whoever X's photographer is, fire. Whoever X's plug is, fire. So yeah, that was it for this video, man. We were just reacting to Bigxthaplug. Do y'all think Bigxthaplug has the potential to be a model? How do you feel about his photography? Let me know in the comments. If you are a photographer and you want to work with me, or you want to talk about my work, or potentially end up trading, or potentially end up purchasing a piece, please leave a comment or DM me. You can check me out on Instagram at Veno.create right here. If you are a regular person and you want to look at my work, talk about my work, or potentially end up purchasing a piece, or just to connect in general, like I said, Veno.create, Instagram, you can check me out. I'll see y'all later.